Have you ever watched someone underestimated, mocked, and pushed aside, only to rise and prove everyone wrong in the most powerful way? Today's story is about a young black soccer player who faced racism on the field, taunts from the crowd, rejection from teammates, and even cruelty from his coach. But what he did in the final minutes of the most important game of his life silenced the hate forever. Before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever been judged before you even had the chance to prove yourself? What did you do in that moment? I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. And if you're new here, welcome to Skin Deep Stories, where we share powerful, emotional, and true-to-life stories of resilience, courage, and humanity. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a story that could change the way you see the world. Now, let's get into today's story. The stadium lights were blinding that night, but for Derrick, a 17-year-old rising soccer player, the noise of the crowd cut deeper than anything else. He wasn't nervous about the game. He had trained for years, running drills until his legs gave out, waking before sunrise to practice alone. He was ready, but what he wasn't ready for was the hate. From the moment he walked onto the pitch, he could hear it. Whispers from the bleachers turned into sneers. "Why's he even here? Stick to basketball. Go back where you belong." Derrick kept his head down. His skin had become his jersey marked before he even touched a ball. Even worse, some of his own teammates barely passed to him during training. The coach often benched him for experience, even though Derrick was one of the fastest and sharpest strikers on the squad. And tonight was the championship game. The game every scout, every recruiter, every fan in town was watching. The pressure wasn't just about winning, it was about proving that he deserved to be on that field. The whistle blew, Derrick sprinted into position, his heart pounding, his eyes locked on the ball. But every time he called for a pass, his teammates ignored him. Some pretended not to hear, others deliberately sent the ball the other way. The crowd laughed. By halftime, the team was down 2-0. The coach shouted and cursed, but Derrick knew something. They needed him. Still, no one passed. Midway through the second half, Derrick heard it again. A voice from the stands, louder this time: "Bench the black boy. He's useless anyway." The words cut through him. His chest tightened. He wanted to walk off the field right there. But then, he saw something. In the front row, a little black boy, maybe 8 years old, was sitting with his dad. The boy wore a cheap jersey with Derrick's number scrawled on the back in marker. And even while the crowd mocked, that boy's eyes were shining, full of belief. That was when Derrick made a decision. He wasn't just playing for himself anymore. With 10 minutes left, the opposing team grew overconfident. They loosened up, mocked Derrick when he touched the ball, even shoved him unnecessarily. And then, it happened. A defender lost control of the ball near midfield. Derrick pounced. His legs moved faster than they ever had. He dodged 1, 2, 3 defenders, his speed unmatched. The stadium roared with boos and gasps. Derrick didn't care. He was almost at the box. A final defender lunged. Derrick spun, the ball glued to his feet, and with one clean strike, he sent it flying. The net rippled. The stadium fell silent. And then, something incredible happened. That same crowd that mocked him, some of them now stood. Others gasped in disbelief. His teammates, who had ignored him all game, suddenly rushed toward him. But Derrick didn't celebrate with them. He ran straight to the sidelines, dropped to one knee in front of that little boy in the stands, and pointed at him as if to say, "This was for you." The game ended 2-1. Derrick's team didn't win, but he did something bigger. Because that night, a video of his goal and his powerful gesture went viral. Millions watched a young black player rise above hate and prove his worth in a single, unstoppable moment. But here's the twist. 2 weeks later, Derrick received a letter. Not from his coach, not from the league, from that little boy's father. The letter read, "My son wanted to quit soccer because he was the only black kid on his team. That night, you changed his mind," he said. "If Derrick can do it, so can I. You didn't just score a goal. You gave my boy hope. And that is bigger than any trophy. And that, my friends, is the power of resilience." Derrick didn't just fight racism on the field. He inspired an entire generation to keep playing, keep pushing, and never let hate define them. What about you? If you were in Derrick's shoes, Would you have kept playing or walked off the field? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this story moving, don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories for more powerful tales of courage, injustice, and the human spirit. Because sometimes, the biggest wins are not on the scoreboard, but in the hearts we touch along the way.